Welcome back to your Grace, Grit, and Everything in Between podcast with me, Ellie. I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to talk about something that has changed my life in more ways than I can count: self-acceptance. And I'll be honest, it's not the shiny kind of topic. It's raw, it's deep, and it's something that most of us struggle with quietly. So let's start with a question. Which part of you requires acceptance and which part of you grants it? Because sometimes the battle isn't with the world, it's with the voice in our own mind. Now, I write all my notes down on my phone because I don't want to waffle. I want these podcast episodes to be clear and concise so you get the information you need to continue your journey. Feel free to share if any of this resonates or any of the podcasts has helped you, because that will help me help more people. So let's get into it. Self-acceptance is not about approval. It's not pretending to love everything about yourself overnight or ignoring the parts that hurt. It's about acknowledging all of who you are, the parts that are polished and the parts that are still learning. It's the moment you stop saying, I love myself when, and start saying, I love myself even while I'm becoming. And it's funny because we're often so good at showing kindness to others. If a friend comes to you upset, you comfort them. If they make a mistake, you tell them it's okay. But when it's you that messes up, suddenly the tone changes, doesn't it? You might say things like, oh, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. I'll never get anything right. But let's pause and ask, what's really happening when we speak to ourselves that way? Every word you say to yourself matters because your subconscious mind is always listening. Your conscious mind, the logical part, processes the information and makes judgments. But your subconscious, that's where the beliefs live. It doesn't reason, it doesn't argue, it simply accepts what it's told, especially through repetition and emotion. When you think, when you call yourself stupid, your subconscious doesn't say, oh no, she's just frustrated. She doesn't mean that. It says, got it, we're stupid. And it stores that as part of your internal identity. Now, if you think of your subconscious as filing cabinets, let's just go there, filing cabinets in our head. And every time you say something like that to yourself, it's going in a filing cabinet. And that filing cabinet has to get bigger and bigger and bigger because that's how you speak to yourself regularly and have done for majority of your life. Or if someone has said those things to you and you've now reaffirmed them in your head, that filing cabinet's going to be quite big. So then this is why when you start saying nice things to yourself, your subconscious doesn't know where to put it. It can start a new filing cabinet, but if you're not consistent by saying nice things to yourself, that filing cabinet's going to stay really small, whilst the other one will continue to get very big. So, your actions always align with your beliefs, even the hidden ones. If you believe you are not capable, you'll act hesitantly. If you believe you're unworthy, you'll settle for less. And when you act from that belief long enough, your results start reflecting it. That's why you might feel stuck repeating the same patterns in work, relationships, even with money and health. It's not because you're broken, it's because your subconscious has been programmed by years of harsh inner dialogue and outside influence. So here's the loop. Your thoughts become your beliefs, drive your actions, create your results. So changing your results doesn't start with a to-do list. It starts with a new conversation inside your own mind. I remember a time in my own life when that inner voice was brutal. Every mistake I made felt like proof that I wasn't good enough. Even when other people saw potential in me, I couldn't. because that voice in my head was louder than any praise I could ever receive. I thought self-criticism would keep me motivated. I told myself, if I'm hard on me, I'll do better next time. But the truth is, it just made me smaller. It made me play safe, stay quiet, avoid risk, because why would I try again if I already believed I failed? Here's the trap. You think the harshness is discipline, but it's actually fear disguised as control. Real growth starts the moment you decide to change your tone with yourself. A lot of people confuse self-esteem with self-acceptance, but they're not the same thing. Self-esteem is about how much you value yourself, your confidence, your sense of worth, your abilities. It's often built through doing, through achievements, success, and external validations. Self-acceptance is different. It's unconditional. It's your willingness to embrace yourself, not because of what you do, but because you exist. Self-esteem is something that comes from the outside in. Self-acceptance comes from the inside out. You can have high self-esteem and lack self-acceptance. You might feel confident at work, but hate how you look in the mirror. You might believe you're talented, but still punish yourself for your past. Self-esteem says, I'm good when I win. Self-acceptance says, I'm worthy even when I lose. When you bring those two together, that's when you stop chasing peace and start living it. So how do you actually start practicing self-acceptance? Here are a few ways that have helped me and that I use with my clients. Start paying attention to how you talk to yourself throughout the day. Every time you catch a harsh comment, pause and rephrase. Instead of saying, I can't believe I did that, say, I'm learning and that's okay. So notice your tone. Use emotional language that builds safety. Your subconscious changes through feeling, not logic. So when you use kind, grounded language, your body relaxes, your mind opens, and new beliefs can take root. Celebrate small wins. Every time you do something that aligns with your growth, acknowledge it, even quietly. You're teaching your subconscious that you can trust yourself. Separate the event from your identity. Making a mistake doesn't mean you are a mistake. Falling down doesn't mean you failed. It means you're learning balance. And most importantly, forgive yourself often. You don't need to keep reliving the past to prove you've learned from it. You can let go and still grow. When you accept yourself, something changes in your energy. You stop needing the world to validate you because you finally start validating yourself. You make decisions from peace instead of fear. You set boundaries without guilt. You start attracting people and opportunities that reflect your new self-respect. And here's the beautiful irony. When you accept yourself as you are, you create the safety needed to become everything you are meant to be. So maybe today's invitation is this. Take a quiet moment and ask yourself, what part of me have I been refusing to accept? And then softly say, I see you, I accept you, you are safe with me. It sounds simple, but it is powerful because the way you talk to yourself shapes what you believe, and what you believe shapes the life you create. There is another kind of thing that I recommend as well. There is a channel on YouTube called Your Universe. On there, there is sleep meditation, sleep hypnosis, and there's ones that have I am affirmations that you can listen to as you fall asleep. And this will softly, gently start reprogramming your subconscious because it never sleeps. We rest but our mind is still awake. So what you are listening to as you fall asleep, that is a really important time. Just like when you wake up in the morning, if you've got time to, which I ask you to give yourself time to, just put on a motivational video, a 10-minute motivational video, maybe while you're getting dressed from YouTube again. There is so many resources on there. Um, and let's do this. Let's draw a line in the sand and say no more. That from this moment on, that you are going to, for your own benefit, you are going to start changing. You are going to start being nicer to yourself. You're going to start seeing everything with your eyes open, putting boundaries in place, um, self-care, self-care, self-care. You are going to stop giving yourself a hard time. We, as women, and I often say this, we feel like we are spinning plates while struggling on a unicycle going uphill. At the moment, for me, I feel like I'm in a snow globe. I literally feel like that I'm just being shook and I can't escape everything that is happening. And, you know, I still have meltdowns. I still get triggered. I still have times where I relapse and momentarily I panic and I have the intrusive thoughts. I have everything. But this is how I know how strong I am. Because those mini meltdowns, because they're no longer full-blown breakdowns, they're mini meltdowns. They, for one, they prove to me that I'm still here, still fighting, still living, still showing up. They also prove to me that I know my worth. I know what is things that I get to control, that people don't get to control, things that I do. Um, and that kind of that um trigger, more for me, it's that don't let that person in my head tell me that I'm failing, because I know that I've been through worse. I've been through worse. And if you tell yourself that what you are going through right now is temporary, it's momentarily, you might feel like you are in a tumble dryer. You might feel like you're in a snow globe. You might feel like you are juggling, spinning plates on a unicycle going uphill. That's okay. It's okay. Be kinder to yourself. Be kinder to yourself first, because I know what it's like being in a world where someone is constantly gaslighting you and trying to make you feel like you're going crazy and saying all these things that you know that are not true. But the thing is, though, it goes on for so long that somewhere in there it starts believing it, and then before you know it, you don't care about gaining weight, you don't care about exercise, you don't care about your body, or you don't care about leaving the house, you don't care, you just stop caring. I don't want anyone to be there where I was, where I just stopped caring for 4 years. I stopped caring for 4 years. And I don't want you to be there. If you are there, I want you to come out the other side. Like, get out the trench. We're going to fight this. We are going to stand united. We are going to get through it. We are going to make the changes. Remember what I've said, that if you can do something for 21 days, it becomes a new habit. If you can do it for 90 days, it will change your life. They are the two time limitations. In your calendar, mark it 21 days. Have you done it every single day for 21 days? Yeah, I have actually. Brilliant. That's a new habit. It will feel foreign now when you don't do it. Like, let's say, for example, skincare routine every single morning. For 21 days, you're going to get up, you're going to cleanse your face, you're going to tone, you're going to eye cream, serum, moisturizer, out the door. And then 21, 22 days, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. It will feel weird not doing it anymore. It's like brushing your teeth. I feel absolutely terrible if if I go away and I'm like, oh my God, I've got my toothpaste. I've not got a toothbrush. Thankfully, I don't go anywhere that there isn't a shop. But what am I going to do? Oh my God, I haven't got a toothbrush. How will I brush my teeth? Like that whole kind of scenario happens when you kind of come out of a habit. If you can keep at something for 21 days, and I'm not suggesting you change your whole life. I'm not suggesting that you start dieting, you start the gym, you change your clothing style, you change your hair, you like literally on day one. That would be a bit extreme. Yes, okay, it's a very good self-care day. However, let's start with something that is manageable. Because if you start with something that's manageable, that there is a chance of you succeeding when you get to the 21 days and you have done it for every single day of the 21 days and you go, wee, a little mini celebration, it will make you feel good. And then you can set yourself a little bit of a harder task while still continuing the first one. And then once you've completed that first one, 90 days, you can then look back over the last 3 months and see how far you've come. What's changed? If it's skincare, have you erased all the wrinkles and the lines from your face? Are you feeling more confident in your skin? Um, I hope, don't, I'm a big believer. Like, I'm really laid back with how I lead my team. I'm very laid back. I will give you all the information. I can't make anyone do anything, but I can show you what I've done and how I've achieved it by the things I've done. And then hope that you guys just take my belief and confidence in you that you can do this. You can. You can draw a line in the sand and you can decide from today, things are going to change. Little like piece by piece, not huge, because you don't want a massive filing cabinet in your subconscious telling you that you're crap. You want a massive filing cabinet in your subconscious telling you that you are amazing and you can achieve anything you want. No one's going to take anything from you. That's where I want you to be. So, if this episode resonated with you, please take a moment to follow, subscribe, or share it with someone that might need this reminder today. It helps the show grow and it helps more people learn that they are enough right here, right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up with honesty and heart. Until next time, keep learning, keep softening, and keep accepting you. Thanks for watching.